All right, Elton, when we look at the Player of the Year in college basketball this season, early candidate, seemed like he almost seemingly had it won early in the season. Trae Young, Oklahoma's freshman point guard.
I still think he's number one, but it's a soft number one. I mean, obviously, you know, Oklahoma's struggling and he's struggling down the stretch. I mean, he looks in a lot of ways like a freshman, talented freshman, and what have you. But now I think he's hitting the proverbial wall a little bit. I think he's getting a little frustrated. You can hear it in some of his comments. You know, all those things that kind of, you know, conference play really exposes a lot. Right. And I think that's really kind of what he's bumping into if they get into the tournament and turn it around here late. I think he'll be fine.
Well, the frustration, I think, also shows in his play right now.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of hanging out of the ball a little too much, trying to do too much for himself.
He's trying to justify himself.
His teammates.
He's trying to justify himself, no question.
And the other question I have with him, as I was mentioned to you before, is maybe his shot, which I think is a little low off of his shoulder.
Some of that may be fatigue.
He'll get away with it now.
Yeah.
But if he takes a step up, which LeBron James of all people said he's ready now. So
well, he was ready now when they saw him, you know, fresh and at his peak a month ago.
Right.
I'd be curious to see what they think about him, you know, now that he's 5 pounds lighter, has 30 games under his belt, and again the fatigue and the mental fatigue, the mental stretch. Because here's what I think's going to happen with a lot of these teams, Oklahoma in particular. Some of these teams that are struggling late, unlike past years, I think conference tournaments are really going to be important for a lot of these teams. Really important. I don't think you can have an Oklahoma, Arizona State, some of these teams. I don't think you can have them lose first round or second round games in their tournament and still think they're going to the NCAA tournament based on how they ended the season. You've seen that in the past where that hasn't played, but I think there's so much parity, so much, such a wide middle that, you know, those little things are going to really be definitive. It's almost going to be like one-bid leagues in some of those tournaments. Teams are going to have to get at least to the semifinals in order to justify being in the NCAA tournament, or they're going to be walking a very, very tightrope.